Hello, hello. So this is your first lesson. So the first lesson, you're going to have 4 movements that I'm about to show you. And what I want you to do is, you and your child, go ahead and do these 4 movements back to back to back from anywhere for 5 minutes to 15 minutes. So you just get a timer, get your iPhone, get a watch, whatever time for 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how much time you have and how much you want to devote to this. And perform anywhere from about 5 to 15 repetitions of everything that I'm about to show you. So you'll do 5 to 15 reps of the first movement, then 5 to 15 reps of the second movement, third, fourth, and so on. And then you just cycle through it again, repeating over and over and over. A couple of things here that you can do to vary it a little bit. You can vary the speed. So sometimes you may do some of the movements really slow, and I encourage you to do that at the beginning. And then maybe you speed it up a little bit. But you always want to be in control of the movement and don't go any faster than you can without just making it look really good and without kind of getting a feel for the movement. Don't try to go too fast, okay? The 4 movements that we're going to do are head nods. We're going to do rolling, okay? Upper body sideways rolling, which I'm going to show you. We're going to do some push-ups, and we're going to do some cross-crawling marches. So the objectives that you'll see on this, you're going to activate the vestibular system and condition that a little bit, and you'll be doing that primarily through the head nods and some of the rolling pieces too. You're going to get a little bit of upper body pressing strength, and so that's going to be done through the push-ups that I'll show you. If you do this continuously, you'll get a little cardiorespiratory response as well, and that'll be through the marching and actually just putting the movements all together. And then we'll be crossing midline and doing some contralateral movement, which, as if you watch the introductory video or the second part of the intro video, you'll know gets the 2 hemispheres, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of the brain, in better communication. So I'm going to show you the movements. Then you can turn this video off and set your timer and just keep going through the movements. And then obviously go back to the video if you need some more explanation or if you're not really sure on something, okay? So here we go. What we're going to do, first one are called head nods. So when we do the head nods, we're going to go into something called the Sphinx position. The Sphinx position is essentially on your belly like this. It's the TV watching position if you aren't sitting in a chair. So if you're gonna watch TV, this is actually a pretty good way to do it. You're in here, you've got nice extension on your back, your shoulders are down and relaxed, and you're just on your forearms. Feet are back here, and everything's relaxed. For the head nods, what you're going to do is put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, your teeth are lightly together, and you're just gonna look down and up, down and up. Just like so. Keeping your eyes open the entire time, and you'll perform 5 to 15 repetitions of that. That's the head nod. The second movement are the rolls. And so we're gonna do an upper body sideways roll on this. So here's what this is going to look like. You're going to go all the way down to the ground here. It's better to do it on a soft spot. I'm doing this on concrete, but I'm kind of crazy. So you want to do this on carpet or a matted surface. And what I want you to do is you and your child will place your head on the floor or on your hands like this. The first step is to look up, just like your head nod. You're going to look over your left shoulder. Your left arm moves all the way up from your elbow, across your body, and then you roll to your back. And then to get back to the original starting position, you're going to take that arm again, and I'm going to do mirror image. So I'm going to cross my body. This would be my right, your left. I'm going to look at my hand, reach across, and back over. Then I'll do the other side. Head goes up, I'm reaching across like I'm looking at my hand trying to reach for something way over here, and I roll over. And then I'll get back to the starting position, reaching across my body and rolling over. So it is an upper body generated movement. What you're attempting to do on it is actually have your legs out of the picture as much as you can. So you're really reaching across the body, and the momentum, which there shouldn't be much of, but the momentum and the actual movement is driven by the upper body as you reach across. So that's what you're attempting to do. What you can do with your child if they need it is help them out a little bit and gently guide the arm around and maybe place a hand on the legs if they're starting to use their legs to do that. So to keep it upper body dominant. We'll do some lower body ones later on, but upper body dominant. Remember this, the head, all right, the where you're looking on your eye with your eyes, that's going to guide the movement. So the head moves first, the head moves up. Then as you begin to look, you're looking at the arm, and that's what's guiding the movement as well. So make sure the head is in play with this and the eyes are open. We want to get as much sensory input as we can. So you'll do anywhere from 5 to 15 of those. So we've got our head nods, our rolls. Now let's look at our push-ups. So we'll be down flat on the ground or the floor. So on the push-ups, you're going to just take your hands, place them underneath the shoulders, and all I want you to work on doing is pressing all the way up and then controlling your body as you go down all the way to the floor, and you just pause, relaxed on the floor like this. If you need to use a little bit of your knee to help drive your body up, that is all right too. But we're not doing push-ups to where, you know, we're going quickly and repping them out like that. You're literally just pushing the body up and then going back down with as much control as you can manage. And then there's a little pause and a rest at the bottom, okay? I want full range of motion as opposed to partial range of motion and really fast. I don't really care about speed on these right now, okay? The other part of the push-up that you'll want to make sure that you that your child is doing is making sure that the elbows are tracking back. So in other words, a lot of times people will press and the elbows go out like this in this butterfly position. This is a less stable position for the humerus inside the shoulder joint. Okay, so if you think about it, I'll get a little bit closer. This is your humerus, my finger here. Humerus is this bone right here, goes in the upper part of your arm. When you bring your elbows inside your body like that, you kind of corkscrew them in, you create a little torque, and it's actually like that humerus. If I put my finger in my shirt and I screw it around like that, it actually is in a much more stable position in the shoulder joint. That's what you want. So instead of flared out here, keep them in here. If you need to use a little knee to help yourself up, go ahead and use a little knee. Do 5 to 15 repetitions of that. And then the final movement, I'm going to move back again, will be the marches. And these are cross-crawling marches. Very simple. Ideally, what you're going to do is you're going to lift. This is my left knee. This is my right elbow. Left knee touches the right elbow. Then I switch. Right knee, left elbow, touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. If your child's mobility does not allow that, you can use the hand. So in other words, left knee, right hand touches. Right knee, left hand touches. Touch, 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 touch. We still have contralateral movement. We still have this side of the body coordinating with this side of the body. So that means we've got both hemispheres of the brain in good communication. Ideally, we want the elbow, and ideally, if you look from the side, we want to stay straight and not have to flex forward like that. We want to keep it up, okay? So you'll have those 4 movements. Once again, head nods, rolling, push up, and cross crawl. I'll show you a little quick circuit of it. So if you start your timer, I would do my head nods, 5 to 10, then I'll do my roll, I'll do 5 to 10 of those, then I'll do my push-ups, all the way down, 5 to 10 of those, then I'll do my cross crawls. 5 to 10, 15 of those, then I'll go back to the head nods and I'll go over and over and over. This is something that you could really do every day, okay? So you're probably not gonna get too much in with this as far as getting too exhausted. It's invigorating, so this is something you can keep repeating every day if you wish. So that is lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 will involve a stick, kind of a longer sort of stick. I don't know, 3-4 feet. Broomstick would be fine. Mop, whatever. Just some sort of like, even a yardstick would be fine. And we're gonna do some cool activities with that. Let me know if you have any questions, email me, and have a great day.